We'll open up second row right. Ben?
Urban, it looks like Baron Browning wasn't out there. Is there...
Yeah, he had re-injured his shoulder. I guess he hurt a little bit in high school, and so he's going to have surgery, I think, today. And he'll be out for a couple months, and he'll be full speed for the fall.
What's the injury?
Just shoulder injury.
Okay.
I don't want to get too much detail. I'm not exactly sure until they get it figured out. But it's could be 100% for same by, what is it? We're in March, April, May, June. He'll be full speed by June. I think as of now, he'll play this fall. I mean, this is the way he was doing it, too.
Right. I wanted to ask you about Harris Campbell, too. He just seems to stand out.
Yeah, he's standing out big time. He's one of my favorite players just because he's so unselfish and goes so hard. And just he deserves a great year, and he's one of our best playmakers right now.
All right, over here, Clay.
Any details on Team Up North period?
Yeah, that's just something that we've done for a long time around here, and that kind of stays in house. But we've done it for a while, and that's what I'll say about it.
Spring and fall.
Front row right.
You're done.
Urban, in the spirit of Pro Day, when you look at this program over the last 5 or 10 years, what position do you think has been positioned you for Ohio State going into the NFL?
I have no idea. The one that everybody talks about is their secondary, what those coaches have done. And I think we're going to do a story at some point on Coach Combs. I don't know how many guys, some guys go careers without coaching 4 first-rounders, and we've had one in 5 years, 4 of them. Those 2 guys go, which they're going to go. So you'd have to say the development of that position. For a while there was offensive line where the first couple offensive linemen we had, first years, they were all starting in the National Football League. So position you, I think, whatever Mark puts out on recruiting is all position. You think about this, very proud of what's going on around here. Guys are making a living, playing a game they love. They're very developed with scouts and coaches that respond back and just say they're game ready. They're very fundamentally sound. They're mentally tough. Those are all great things you like to hear about your program. And it's a credit to, first of all, it's a credit to our Mirati and our staff, with our position coach done a good job.
It's interesting that you mentioned those two because we have a series, and I don't know exactly how ESPN determines the formula, but you're going to be wide receiver U and co-linebacker U. Those aren't even the positions you gain. I wonder, would that surprise you that those are the positions, or why you've had success?
I'd like to meet the program at DBU over Ohio State. Probably have a little chat and see who's done. It's pretty impressive what's going on back there. At least recent history, but Ohio State's always been good to back in.
Front row right, Bill.
I think this was practice 6, so you're 40% through. What questions do you still really wonder about, and then what solutions do you think that you're finding?
Probably too loose of a question, or just too, we're just still, I like what's going on with the offensive staff. It's one of our better days today as far as install and where we're at. What questions do I have?
Are there things that you wish were further along?
Oh, yeah. I'd rather not, because that creates too much conversation out there, because it's all part of spring practice. So overall, very pleased, which I just like good attitudes, good efforts, and we'll fix all the other stuff. But the guys came out this morning and great jump in their step, and it was a really good day today.
One question about the running backs. Obviously, Mike Weber had a solid year at 6'10", freshman of the year, but didn't finish strong. What do you see in him so far, and the other running backs so far?
Maturity, and I see him going to be pushed a little bit. J.K. Dobbins is past Antonio, and him and Mario are battling for that backup spot right now. And the best thing that can happen is competition. We didn't have much last year at that position.
Second row left, Ari.
Urban, you guys have recruited the quarterback position very well since you've been here. At times, for at least it seems with some of the bigger name guys, you had to get in early and kind of commit yourself as, that the only quarterback that it takes, that you can only take one. My question is, if you have a bench that is the guy that you want for that position who decides that they want to take visits, how do you balance the continuation of that relationship, but also, is there a point in time where you have to say, hey, we're going to start recruiting other quarterbacks and take visits?
Well, that's real sensitive, because that's that one position that you take one. You know, if it's a receiver, you take 3 anyways, or 2 anyways. So that's, you know, that's a very sensitive subject. That's one of the negatives of early signing and all that when that kind of stuff happens. I think it'll be fine, but that position, for some reason, especially in the last 5 years, they're committing so early that all the top guys are pretty much said where they're going. So that's tough on the school ball when someone changes. And so everything you said is correct. But you can't say, here's the template, we do it this way. It depends on the situation, the young man and all that.
Has how you guys recruited that position evolved at all over the years, or do you kind of...
Yeah, we were doing much earlier. Much earlier when I first got here, I tried to get 2 quarterbacks to come to camp so I could at least see them throw one time. And they committed elsewhere right off the slot. I mean, right out of the get-go. And we got JT, so it worked out okay. But we're just much earlier than it's ever been. I love to see quarterbacks play their senior year and go recruit them. Those days are so far gone because they're committed so early now.
Way back left, Matt.
At this stage, your early enrollees look terrible. Do they look like...
Maybe our best group that we've had come in. The last 2 years, by the way, Ken Sheffield has straight off already, and that's how hard he's going. I know he's not really a true freshman. He's been around the JC and all that. But his strength. But this is a very mature group. Love this group. And 16 was very similar, where you just had guys, they're all good students. They're all just taking care of their business, and they're progressing at a very rapid. A lot of those guys are going to play.
Far left, Lori.
So all those number of changes that you made, the little ones, the end of the offices and which end of the skills you practice on, are you seeing the payoff for that?
Well, not yet. That's a big picture evaluation at some point. I know we'll see production change. That's facts. It's just freshen things up a little bit.
And the alignment of the staff, you alluded to it earlier.
Really good.
Sounds like it's really good. What's made that so smooth?
Well, just the clarity of everybody here. We all do respect everybody's been in some great places. They have great ideas. When you hire a coaching staff at Bowling Green and you have 25-year-old bobbleheads and you say, do it this way, and they say, yes, coach, that's easy. But you hire a 26-year veteran that's got it his way for a while, and it's all good. Everybody's got good ways, but this is the way we do it. This is the terminology we use. This is our culture, the 4 to 6 A to B, the competitive excellence, the power of the unit. There's really not much negotiation and conversation about that. And that's my job, to be clear in the front end of it, too. It's unfair to say, hey, it's a little bit like we hired a great coach like Tom Herman. All due respect, we're not hiring you to bring that offense here. We're going to do what we do. And that's been really good. That's a lot of credit to, think about Dan McCarney was the first head coach, and I was so apprehensive about hiring him. Because, all of a sudden someone tells me to start coaching a position, that'd be tough. I'd do it, but that'd be tough. And Dan McCarney was over the top. And that's what made him a great coach. And then Greg Shannon was the second one. And now you hire a guy like Kevin Wilson that, he's used to doing what I'm doing now. He's just done a marvelous job.
Front row middle, Dave.
I know having an up-tempo offense is a big emphasis of spring football. How's that going so far?
Good. Today was a big push with that. But today was our best day offensively.
I assume you guys don't want to be pedal to the metal at all times. You kind of want to mix it up a little bit. Is that kind of the strategy?
That's kind of what we did. In the 14 is kind of the template. And we're going to watch those 3 games again at some point with this offensive staff, so it's clear what it should look like, what's expected. And that was we didn't actually do much tempo in those games. But we liked the Michigan State year. That year was a very good game. Run, pass, balance, tempo mixed in there. And that's kind of what I want to do.
And real quick, I know a couple other guys I didn't see out there, Antonio Williams and Kier Hawkins. Kier Hawkins.
And Kier Hawkins taking some academic stuff.
Front row right, Tim.
Yeah, Urban, are there any of like Marcus Ball driving around? I saw Jonathan Cooper, I think, was running.
He's got a hamstring, so he's out next week.
And Von Hamilton,
he had surgery on a foot.
Surgery on the foot?
He broke that a couple practices ago, and he'll be full speed soon as well.
Yeah. Who have you seen from your wide receiver group? Who is making a move, in your opinion? Who has stood out to you, I guess,
in these first, you're almost halfway done now with playing.
Well, Paris is I
Yeah.
put Paris number 1. I put KJ and Terry McLaurin, either 2/3. I put Ben Victor, when he's as talented as any I've ever coached. And then Austin Mack and Johnny Dixon's having a good spring, so they all are. Brendan White's actually making good plays for us. And then Eric Glover Williams, he just got to get everything in order, and he's real skinny. He's got to develop it because he's got talent. So I'm overall somewhat been impressed with where we're at.
I was going to say, compared to the way you ended the year, you're feeling.
Have to get much better.
It's one of which offensive line, Demetrius, what is the battle there that you've really got your eye on? Is it right?
Matt Burrell's had a good few days, and he's rolling through the ones. Not just with Knox, but Mike Jordan, we're just, some competition in there at that spot. And Malcolm Pregen's just a matter of learning the offense because he's got all the tools and he's a great person.
Far left, Tony?
Regarding Coach Davis and recruiting, just taking his first time recruiting, he told us last week that he's sort of a blank slate. Whatever you tell him to do is what he does. When you hired Mike Brindley, you talked about watching him and sending to see how he does things. Are you doing the same thing with Coach Davis? How do you develop him into that recruiter that you want?
It's all work ethic and relationship, and that's kind of person he is, and he's done a really good job. There's no shortcut in recruiting. The people that do that end up not going to bowl games and stuff like that. It's all work ethic and relationship, and he's been great at both so far. But it's the bottom line, you got to go get the guys, and we're still in the process of some guys. So
How much of a concern is that when he hasn't recruited before, but you know this is the guy you
that's always a concern. But there's no chance. There's not a chance that I don't know him and know what kind of work ethic there is. It's outstanding work ethic. He's actually with the unit leader in his group is Greg Schiano, as good a recruiter there in the country. And you got Kerry Combs in there, and you got Larry Johnson, so it's going pretty well.
And the last couple questions are second row middle, Tim?
Ernie, you got a lot of production last year of the H with Curtis. Obviously, one of your positions that you love. Who were you looking at now to kind of fill in there?
We moved Paris inside for a little bit, and he's dynamic. He was a running back in high school, big dude that can run and catch, and he's that guy right now. But KJ Hill, I'm not sure KJ Hill is not one of our top 3 receivers, so we're still playing around who's going to play where. But that's a huge position for us.
Going off Ben's question, Parrott seems like he's kind of got that skill set. Was that something you had in mind immediately after you lost Curtis?
Yep. Yeah, we've kind of, he's just got all that skill set.
And last question, back row, Gary?
Urban, you mentioned the linebacker a moment ago. Obviously, you have a really good situation at linebacker. But looking at Justin Hilliard today, getting out there, trying to work his way back. When he gets right, can he be a factor in that group?
Yeah, we didn't know that. He had a very, he strained it again a little bit the other day, but he's fine. So we just slowed him down for a couple of days. I think he was in the shirt today. So just no contact. But he, that's good to see. Coach Davis had a blank slate with him. We all have no idea what he can do. He's been hurt for at least 2 years now, and it's time. And he's been very impressive for the first few days. He'll be in the mix.
Great. Coach, thank
Thanks,
you very
guys.
much.